Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently working on developing some of these cities. However, I'm also thinking about maybe going after Upper Egypt fairly soon here. So this is currently occupied by Cyrenaica, of all things. The Ptolemaics are having significant issues. Do we have a CB over here? No, we do not. Okay, so at the very least, I would like to start fabricating a claim on the province of Memphis. Would probably be fine. It's kind of split up awkwardly between the Ptolemaics and Upper Egypt, so that is a bit of a concern. But we'll see what that ends up looking like for now. I would like to call upon Esther. That'll be fine. And the Roman Civil War is over. Okay. Let's see what the Roman pops are like. 8432 compared to us at 8416. We are comparable to the Roman Empire, at least in pop count right now. So that's interesting. We could also increase the size of our armies, and I think that's a good idea, actually. So I'd like to move these up to maybe like, how much space do we have here? We have 10 space, approximately, 11 space. So we could move this up by like, I'm thinking like 2 and 2 right now. So we would get 2 units of heavy infantry, 2 units of archers, and then 2 cohorts of the same out over here, like that. So that's fine, but now we don't have enough space to expand it again. So that's okay for the moment. We'll just expand up to 20,000 troops per army, and that looks good. Okay, now we were working on this city, or getting started on this city. I'm going to put in a foundry for right now. This is definitely going to be a mill. Or rather, definitely going to be a slave city. So that looks absolutely good. That does, of course, mean that we're going to be ditching most of these buildings. I'll keep that Great Temple around because that 2 flat conversion speed, very good. You can see it's been doing work. So that's great. And we do have a number of these buildings that we're still working on. Now, we can see the Ptolemaics are running around out over here. They have a fair amount of territory out here in Anatolia, and, I mean, that's fine. The question is, are we interested in taking their Anatolian territory rather than their Egyptian territory right now? That's an interesting question, actually, and I think the answer to that is yes. So what's their highest pop province that we could make a claim on? Looks like 156. That would be this out over here. Done. Let's make a claim on that. Our claim on Upper Egypt, we'll see what that ends up looking like. But for now, I kind of want to get these guys moving on up. So do we have enough naval ships to move these? The answer is no, we do not. We should probably consider building more ships. And we should probably build galleys, to be honest. They're just better than Liburnians, and they're a little more expensive, to be sure. But let's queue up a bunch of these. Okay, this is all building here. Yeah, I don't want it to queue up quite like this. Okay, something like that for now. We'll queue up a few of them. Now, we do need a governor in Greece, and we have a Scorned family, which this guy is part of that Scorned family. So that looks great. No problem there. And are we going to have to transport these one at a time? So these guys embarked, and I'm betting these guys can't. Yeah, that's expected. So we're going to pre-sail these up here. We're going to have to do these one at a time. That's absolutely a-okay. So over we head, and I'd like to continue to work on this location. So we're going to build a couple of mills here. That looks great. These guys have arrived, so the Navy is now going to come back down over to here. Excellent. And this city, we could actually build a tax office in. May as well. Looks fine. But I'd definitely like to bulk up our Navy a little bit. Our Navy is on the weak side, for sure. Okay, so this is looking relatively fine for now. We'll embark this army, and we're going to head on over to here, if we can. We lack access to our own territory? What? That's not true. We don't lack access to our territory. The problem is there's no port here. Okay, that makes sense. So we're just going to disembark out over here. What's the supply limit here? Only 17. I mean, supply limit here is only 24. So we should get these guys sitting somewhere where there's a little bit more supply limit. Yeah, 45 would be relatively okay. We'd be right at the supply limit up over there. So that seems fine. I'm going to, I think, move these guys in. Yeah, this is fine. I'm going to move these guys in here. I don't want to disembark over this way. And we're just going to park them here. Now they're going to take fairly heavy attrition up over this way. That's understood. We're going to be declaring on the Ptolemaics eventually. This is about a year and a half away. Okay. So attrition up here is going to be a thing. And there's not really much we can do about that other than split this force, which we can do. Indeed, that is an option. We could actually move them up over here. Okay, so something like that. It's not ideal by any means, but we'll leave it like that for the moment. So that seems fine, and I do want to select the city here that these guys are in, and we want to get a mill going here. Wonderful. We also want to get a slave trader going in. We're going to get rid of this library. We can keep around this tax office for the time being, and we can get a second slave trader going in there. Wonderful. And now we can grab ourselves a maritime tradition. We've already got all of the kingdom traditions, so that looks good. We could grab shipbuilding cost reduction. Sure. Why not? That looks good. Heavy infantry offense out over here and heavy infantry discipline would both be very good, though. So coming out this direction would be also useful. These guys can continue to drill for now, as can these guys. These won't be drilling because we don't have leadership for them, although we could give them leadership and just get them drilling. So this is fine. We can put this guy in charge and get them drilling. Okay, so that looks good for the moment. All of this is done as far as its cities go. So we can come down to Crete, and we can look at... This is actually a city down over here. Remarkable. I wouldn't have guessed that. Yeah, we're giving refugee to everyone. That's fine. So this is currently set up as a research city, kind of. And it shouldn't be a research city. This produces marble. So we're going to remove these academies. We're going to remove these libraries. We're going to remove the noble district and the citizen district. No court of law. No aqueducts. And I'm going to remove the shrine eventually, but not yet. We're going to get a foundry going in here. We're going to need to get a couple of mills on the way. And that all looks fine for now. So our Upper Egypt claim is going to be done before the Ptolemaic claim. We'll see what that war ends up looking like. I'm actually interested in canceling that claim. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Upper Egypt is losing at this point, and we would rather fight the Ptolemaics up here. Now, they're probably going to try to come in and siege some of these areas. We don't have control of Memphis, which is not ideal. So that's definitely a bit of a concern. I'm wondering about building a fort down over this way. But for the moment, I'm just hoping to catch the Ptolemaics a bit off guard. They have other problems right now. So that seems fine. We're going to put in a mill here, and then keeping this Freeman district around is fine. Let's get rid of this farmer's market, and we're going to put in 3 taverns. We're also going to put in a slave trader. So that looks good for now. We're going to keep 1 level of port here, I think. Yeah, 1 level of port does make sense. So let's get another slave trader in here, and then another in the next month tick, and then we're going to be building forums and Freeman districts. A minor addendum, huh? I mean, 6 stability for 10 political influence is always a good deal. So we're going to take that. Even though our stability is net negative right now, that is fine. Okay, so another slave trader comes in here. That looks excellent. Checking in here, we're still at 225% research efficiency, so that's nice and capped. That looks good. And we're going to get a martial advance in February of 665. It's a little over a year away. So that's going to be slightly after this claim is done at the current rates. That would, however, get us promotion through Valor, which would be very, very good. Getting that 5% discipline is, of course, huge. We have boosted our discipline significantly in the last little while. So that is absolutely noted. I do want to come in over here and build a forum. We're going to build another forum as soon as we have the gold, which will be on this next month tick. There we go. And that looks good. The mill here is nearly finished, and that'll be producing 2 marble now instead of 1, which is very good. Producing extra resources is phenomenal. Cool. So next up, we're going to build another forum. That will be finished up now. And then the Freeman districts. But we are done with our buildings for the moment. Do we want to keep this shrine around? Yes. We're 81% Hellenistic. So we want to keep that pop conversion speed bonus if we can. Let's take a look at that. That's at 4.03%. That's not bad. Yeah, that's definitely not bad. We do have a rebellion brewing up on us, and that is going to be this fishy place. Why is this place so fishy? I mean, it's right there in the prefix. Ichthyophagia. That's very fishy indeed. So currently this is going down by 0.11 per month. I'd like to move this over to harsh treatment. And then we've got ichthyophagia over here. That wasn't ichthyophagia. Noted. This is going to go down fairly quickly. We'll put that on harsh treatment as well. And then the other one would be Khartoum, which I'm going to also move to harsh treatment for now. I don't want to fight rebellions at this time. Also note that Memnonia and Kush have been integrated. So that is perfect. Okay, so this city is complete for the moment. We can come over to this city. This produces base metals, so we 100% want this to be a production city. We're going to get a foundry going in there immediately. That looks good. So this is a city here. This is a city. There's a number of cities on Crete. We now have a claim on the Ptolemaic kingdom. Beautiful. So I'm going to move these guys over to here. And we're going to take some of their Anatolian territory. So that'll be fine. We're going to declare this war. And that is Saloy going to be joining. We could grab this to take over all of Crete, if we have the naval ability to do so. Or we could just hire these mercs. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire these mercs here. And we're going to immediately put them onto unit reorg. And then these guys, they're going to start heading up this way. I would like to grab this fort. I don't know how many troops the Ptolemaics are going to have up here. We do know that Upper Egypt and the Ptolemaics are still heavily fighting in this area. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about defending the Delta. And we'll see how that goes. So, they immediately stack wiped this force. That's rude. They didn't give us a chance to reorg it. I mean, good on them. We're going to rehire them, though. And we're going to walk out over this direction. Eventually. Can we force march? Let's see here. We've not invented quick march. We can come this way and exit like that. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we need these guys to get at least 1 month of morale regeneration. Okay, so they are on their way down here. They will arrive on 18 May. Okay, we would arrive right now on 20 May. So that means that we have to exit unit reorg and continue to run this direction. Wait, they're still going to catch us? No, we're going to exit just in time. Okay, beautiful. So it's currently 24 May. We will recuperate our losses. Okay, so they're going to let us be here. Excellent. So we're at 0% here, and I would like to have these guys head up here. The concern, of course, is that the Ptolemaics group their armies together and fight us separated. We'll see if that happens. So it's currently 30 May, and we're just going to get this unit reorg. There we go. We now have some amount of morale, and now we can fight them here. We should be able to win this fairly easily. We can see a 17k stack and a 13k stack and a 2k stack. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head over here with these mercs. They have to be retreating there, and that seems phenomenal. Cool. So we're going to fight them right there. There's only 48 of them. They're going to stack way. These guys have no leadership here. That's certainly noted. So I want to come down this direction. And yes, they're going to cap this back. The Ptolemaics are... offering us a lot here, actually. They're offering us all of this to just go away. How much aggressive expansion will this give us? I think I accept this. This is remarkable. That is a crazy amount that they're offering us. We're not going to get this. But this is a very good deal. It's extremely cheap for quite a lot of territory. We would have to do some pretty heavy fighting if we were to take this the old-fashioned way. And neither them nor us really wants that. I think I accept this. Beautiful. So they just cede us a bunch of Anatolian territory, and it's just basically free. So that's beautiful. At this point, we don't need these mercs anymore. They can go home. And we're going to need some territory down here. Oh, they ceded us this as well. I didn't notice that. Yeah, that was a really good deal, considering how cheap that war was. I'm going to put this guy in here, and I'm going to put this guy in here. That looks fine. Now, there's a city up here. So that's noted. This produces salt. We are interested in getting quite a number of buildings in here. Something like that. So that'll be fine. That's now complete. And then up over this way, we are going to be interested in building roads. The roads are okay up through here, but they're not great. Okay, so let's put these guys onto road build for right now, and we're going to build road up like that. There's some road here that is not built that I believe should be built, and that includes things like this, as well as a connection here. And then down this way, this road is pretty decent. I think that we would come down here, like this, and build through kinda. Make sure there's a connection here. And then connect up over here, like this. And otherwise, this looks pretty decent. Maybe a connection, like, right here. Okay. And then these guys, they're going to go on to road build, which they need to not be moving for that. They're already locked in here. Okay. So we'll let them do that. And then they're going to come down to this coastline, build up over here. And I'm just thinking about a construction kind of like this. And these guys are going to be doing the majority of the road build. Okay. So something kind of like that. That should keep them busy for a little bit anyway. And there are a bunch of new cities up over here that we got out of that. I can't believe that they capitulated quite that easily. I mean, they're in dire straits, no doubt about it. They really didn't want to fight us at the same time. So we got a good chunk of territory there. Also, note that that gave us basically 50 aggressive expansion. So that's pretty much all we could have taken anyway. This settlement is uncolonized out here, as is this one. Okay. We can, however, do a colonization down here, which we are delighted to do. And I would also be delighted to build some additional mines, which will get some of that going. Fantastic. And we'll also be building some farming settlements, I'm sure. Anatolia is pretty resource rich, so this is not a bad direction for us to be going. That's absolutely great. So these guys are going to finish up their road build eventually. Once they do, we're going to take them back down to our core territory, most likely. Sure. We'll take some gold here. That sounds great. So we're going to get these guys off of road build as soon as we can, but there's certainly some roads that we want to have done here. That's for sure. Yeah, that was really good. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. It was basically perfect on the aggressive expansion. So we're going to continue to expand our Anatolian holdings, no doubt about that. But we're also interested in continuing to head down the Nile here and just basically annexing all of Egypt. And basically anything that the Ptolemaics hold, or have held, theoretically. That'll all be wonderful. So these guys are done. We're going to take them off of road build and move them down to this port. No longer importing a bunch of stuff. Okay, sure. Speaking of importing, we should make sure that all of these new provinces are enabling autonomous trade. That is a very good thing to do. Yep. Auto trade here, please. Auto trade. There you go. Fantastic. Auto trade here and here. There we go. Cool. So I want these guys to embark, and we're going to sail them on down to Rashpan, as we normally do. Wonderful. And these roads are proceeding nicely. Yeah, we'll be done with this relatively soon. We did just have our martial advances advance, so this is another good reason why to just accept that peace deal, because we didn't have this promotion through Valor yet. We're getting even stronger as we continue through this. So veteran reassignment into cohorts is going to be a very good deal as well. Population growth and migration attraction, always good. No colonizable provinces at this moment, but that's understood. I would like to continue to build mines here. This is 146 gold. Okay, treatment successful, sure, whatever. I'm just waiting on this month tick here, just to make sure that we have enough for these guys to continue their road build, which I think we will. Either way, we probably will. So let's get that going. And yeah, they're almost done with their road construction. There's also this down over here that we should build a road through. So I'm going to have these guys walk. Actually, we should probably re-embark them and sail them over there, now that I think about it. So that would mean dropping them off in Alexandria. And that works just fine. Let's head right on over. Beautiful. We do have a new civic perk that we can take. We're going to take taxation policies, boost up our taxes that extra little bit, and then we're going to go on road build. I would like to... Yeah, we lack access here. That's the Ptolemaic revolt. Okay. I would like to just push down this direction. Okay. We definitely chose our timing for that well. No doubt about that. The Ptolemaics are having serious issues at this moment, and this is why they wanted to offer us so much to just peace out. It was good timing. No doubt about that. So these guys are nearly done building their road. We've only got a couple segments of road left to build here. So I want to pull our navy back up over to here. The Upper Egypt Civil War has ended at this point. So Upper Egypt is now independent. Noted. We have a lot of aggressive expansion at this exact moment, so we probably don't want to attack them, but eventually we'll want to, as our aggressive expansion drops. So these guys, they're going to head back down over here, and honestly, I think building this road is fine. So we'll let them do that, and once we are done over here, these guys are just going to double back and head back home. So that's the idea. We're just going to march them home. There'll be road the whole way, so no problem there. Beautiful. So this is the last segment of road build to be done here. And there we go. Perfect. So we're going to head on down here. The Ptolemaics are in full collapse at this point, and we are absolutely going to take advantage of that. We already have, but we're going to take more advantage of that. But we need to wait for our aggressive expansion to drop. No doubt about that. So I want these guys to embark here, and we're going to sail on down to Rashpan. Fantastic. And we are almost done with our road build over here. Excellent. We'll exit that road build, and we're going to move them over to Emaom while these guys move into Jerusalem. So we'll get there very quickly. There are roads the whole way. Excellent. We're going to drill this army. And I definitely do want to continue to build mines. There's only the one to be built, but now we can build a bunch of farming settlements. So we'll get those going. Excellent. This is some very, very solid territory that we took here. I'm very pleased with that. The Ptolemaic revolt is very similar in color to us, but it's not us. So that is unfortunate, but whatever. It's fine. So we're going to continue to make these farming settlements. You can see our finances are beginning to creep upward. That is great. We'll build another farming settlement here. We can build almost one per month, so that's looking extraordinarily solid. I'm wondering about a road here. I'm going to do it. We're going to pull these guys back. We're going to build road like this. Just those 2 segments of road, and then we're going to bring them back up over here. So that'll be absolutely fine. There we go. And one more segment of road here. That'll just allow us to head southward from the Nile Delta a lot more efficiently. So that'll be wonderful. Last road segment here, we're going to exit Build Road. Right about... Oh, okay. This guy's being a jerk. He is being a jerk. Please include all officers. Okay, so we're going to head on up over this way. And that looks great. So we're going to put these guys to drilling. Technically, there's no road connection here, but we still get around quite quickly. So we get them to drilling. That is wonderful. Let's build another farming settlement or 2 in our shiny new territory, and that'll be great. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see if maybe we want to take advantage of this Upper Egypt situation. I think we probably do. But our aggressive expansion might be a problem. We'll see how that goes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hero Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.